So Harry, where have you been? What's going on? Where's the UTMB video? It's been a while. Getting lots of messages like this at the moment. Yeah, it's been a little while on this YouTube channel. There's lots of content being filmed, there's lots of content to go up, but it's not quite there yet. UTMB was a big pivotal moment for me. It was obviously one of the highlights of my year from a racing perspective. If you guys don't follow along on Instagram or Strava, maybe you don't know how it went. So I came 15th overall in the end. It was a great race. It was tough. There was a lot of low moments in there, as you can imagine, over 100 miles in the mountains in such a competitive field. But I managed to pull through strong in the end, and it was difficult. It wasn't easy. So there's a bit of a story there behind the race. So I really wanted to make sure that when the video goes out, it really portrays that, yeah, just the race as a whole and how much it meant to me and everything that went on that day. So I came out of that race, came out of that experience with a lot of experiences. As you can imagine, 100 miler, they call it a life in a day. It was several lifetimes within that kind of race. And yeah, it was a big moment and really pivotal kind of experience. So as I said, that video is on the way. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get around to it. There's been a lot going on since. So I'm now in Cardiff. I live back in Wales now again. There will be more adventures, lots of traveling, lots of races on the way in the future. But back here in Cardiff, I'm really enjoying it. And here in the winter times, it's been a bit of an adaptive phase, moving into a new place, getting used to the cold weather, the rainy weather. When I'm typically been in Thailand at this time of year, in the past few years, for the last 5 years maybe even, I've been out of the UK over the winter. So it's been a bit of a shock to get used to those kind of conditions again. But I'm absolutely enjoying it. I'm really loving it. I've had the chance to get out to the Brecon Beacons, which are now my local training ground for those big mountain days. I had the pleasure of running with Damien Hall the other weekend, so it's really great having good strong runners around me to train with there, as well as within Cardiff City itself. There's some fantastic runners, so I'm hoping to reach out to a few more of the guys I used to train with back in my track days, do a few sessions with those guys, really get my ass whooped, get some good speed into the legs. I'm really kind of seeking out those opportunities within myself to really make myself a better athlete coming into this 2020 season. So I've just got myself to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I was in Cardiff I don't know, like 20 hours ago, something like that. Longer, probably 24. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so I'm in Malaysia this week. I'm going to be in Borneo, so doing the most beautiful thing. There's a ultra trail race out here in Borneo, in Kota Kinabalu. So I think in the race we came down over this side, dropped down, and then up this last climb here, through to the finish line. So following on from UTMB, I did do some other races. I had the opportunity to go out to Borneo to connect with some of my friends over there and race a 30-kilometer race through the jungle there, which was really exciting, really challenging as well. I think there was nearly 2,000 meters of climbing in that short race, so it wasn't very long, but it was definitely challenging through some really difficult jungle terrain. So it was really awesome to get out to that side of the world, to connect with some friends over there and to race that short race as well. And that was only 2 weeks after UTMB, so I was really surprised with how well my recovery went following UTMB. I really thought UTMB would leave me in pieces, and it actually felt really good following the race. But then unfortunately, after the 30k race, getting cracking into some good training, after taking a few weeks off, I then pulled my calf, or strained my calf quite badly for the first time in a long time, which was really uncomfortable and really not feeling very good at all. And it was only 2 days out from the Cardiff half marathon, which was really disappointing. So being back in Cardiff, I really wanted to run the half marathon and give it a decent shot. I knew that I wouldn't be in half marathon shape, but I thought it'd be fun to run the race hard and see how well I could compete off 100-mile race fitness and see how it kind of would compare to how I'd expect to compete if I was in that kind of standard half marathon shape. But unfortunately, that just didn't happen for me. So I still ran the race, for better or for worse. Probably was a really bad idea. Honestly, it didn't help the injury at all. But I had a great time out there. It's the first time I've actually ran Cardiff half marathon. So I'm 4.5k in. Not really. Left leg isn't happy at all, so just running around. Feeling alright. Fitness is good. Totally chilled out, but left leg just ain't happy, so a bit annoying. It's a bit nice to put a bit of a harder effort in, but loving the atmosphere. It's amazing. Cardiff half, and everyone's giving it their all, which is really awesome to see. Working really hard, so just coming up to 9 miles now, and 4 miles left to go. Since then, I really had to dial back on the running. It was really frustrating. I did have a few other races I wanted to do in the north of Wales, but I just had to jump out of that. I couldn't do any more races. I had to really let the calf heal up. So I ended up doing a lot more cycling, which was great fun, and also got myself a bike trainer, which is something I've been really enjoying with my winter training now. Cycling, if you follow on this channel, is something that I love to do in the winter to really kind of build up that aerobic base a little bit more, but take a bit of strain off the running legs. I've been working so hard through my summer season. It's not running. Running is definitely the best way to get better at running, but I think it's really important for me, myself, when I know my focus is in those summer seasons, to do those long races, to do the ultra races where it takes a lot of mileage, a lot of time in the mountains, a lot of time on the legs. I really enjoy the cross-training aspect that cycling can bring. So having a bike trainer in the garage has been something that has been a bit of a lifesaver when I've had that injury in the leg, and with the wet, rainy and cold, miserable weather that we have had in the UK, and we do have short days. It's only 4 p.m. now and it's already looking pretty dark out there. It'll probably be pretty pitch black within no time as well. So it really makes it difficult to get out in the evening on the bike and do some training. So it's really convenient to have that within my training cycle, which I've really been enjoying, just to either get some good aerobic time on the legs or to even to throw down some harder sessions there as well. I find that I really come off the bike feeling stronger going into the running season then. That's it, that's the bike trainer. This is me riding in my garage. Not that exciting, you guys probably doing this as well, especially if you're living somewhere in the Northern Hemisphere where it's pretty hardcore winter right now. Lots of rain, hammering it down outside there. No, really dark evenings. It's a good way to get the training in, so I'll leave you with that. Time to take the top off. This is about to get X-rated, so we'll cut it there. So ultra running still is my focus, very much so. Over the winter I've been working on a lot of different aspects of my running, so I've been doing some local fell races again in the South Wales Winter Series, which have been great fun, doing those short blasts on the legs. It's really difficult and really challenging, really feels like a sprint after doing the ultra racing. A lot of 5k races in the mountains there, 400 meters of climbing seems to be the typical distance for these kind of races, so it's a real challenge and it's really good fun to be able to just kind of blast in the mountains, straight up the mountains, straight down again, really build on that descending confidence and have some really talented guys on the local scene to race against as well, which is a really incredible thing that I always remember when you get back to the UK. It's just there's so many strong runners in all the disciplines that you're always going to get a good race, no matter if it's just a local race or a bigger race scene here. It's just really awesome to be able to run with such strong people all the time to really get the most out of myself, which I'm really hoping to do leading into the 2020 ultra season, by focusing in on parts of my running that I've neglected over the past year, which is racing these kind of shorter, faster, harder races, which I find really help me get an edge and feel really good and strong going into that ultra season. There's a lot of big races that I've got lined up for next year, so it's a really exciting racing calendar ahead. There's going to be a number of ultras that I haven't done before across the world, so I'm really excited to bring you guys along with those adventures too. So I'm going to be putting out some vlogs in the lead up to those training processes, just as I have this year, as well as some race videos to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on. But yeah, as I said, sometimes it might take me a bit of time to get those together. There are a lot of different things going on in my life. I don't just make YouTube videos. Obviously, I'm training as much as I can, as hard as I can, to get the best out of myself as an athlete and as a performer, and try to get myself up to that top level of the ultra running world, as well as my day-to-day coaching. I'm sat on the computer a bunch as well, making sure I'm looking after my coaching clients too. So there's a lot of moving parts. So I hope you guys appreciate that. But I do want to try and put as much time as I can into this YouTube channel to keep this going, because it will always be keeping going. And I really enjoy having you guys along the way. And I'm so grateful for all the support that you guys always give me. It always means a lot. And you guys have really helped to propel me over the years to get to the point where I am now. Just for your support, your kind words, it really means a lot, and it really makes a difference when it comes to training as hard as I do and then putting those race efforts out there. There was times in UTMB when you think about your family, you think about your friends, but in all honesty, I think about you guys as well that watch these videos and support along the way as well. And I don't want to let you down in these races either. So thank you for having that accountability that you guys give to me on those days too. There will be more content on the way. There is that UTMB video, which is getting worked on as we speak. So really do look out for that, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Follow along at Harry Runs. I'm always posting on there a lot more regular. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of when videos do come out. But thanks for watching, guys. It means a lot, and happy running.